What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here joined by
Gersh1. And this is
For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below, put a question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. That is what Lars did. He asks, if you guys lived in the 40K universe, what would your jobs be? How would you think your life would be? Or of you like, what would you want to be?
Oh, like what would your dream job be, and what would it actually be?
I think the best job to have in the Imperium would be the job of a rogue trader.
That's kind of dangerous, though. Like, yeah, it's cool and all, but at the same time, like, you could get... I mean, you're a pirate, basically. So people can take your ship, you can get fired on upon. Space, you got asteroids, you got orc rocks. It's dangerous.
But I think, like, the quality of life, your quality of life should be measured in how free you are. And I think out of the Imperium, the freest people would be the rogue traders, because even though they're dealing so that they can get the best for the Imperium, at the end of the day, every single lore that is out there for a rogue trader, they're really in it for themselves. So it's a way for you, when you have that certificate of trade or that warrant of trade, it's basically saying you can do whatever you want, and you can use the Imperium's name to do it. It's aside from the Inquisition, or it's better than the Inquisition, I think, because as an Inquisitor, you were brainwashed since you were a child to believe that the Emperor and the Imperium is best. Whereas a rogue trader, you think your family, you think your empire that you're building is the best. So I think that gives you more freedom than an Inquisitor. The Inquisitor might have more like military power and more force, but the rogue trader, I would want to be a rogue trader. What about you?
Damn, I can't follow that up. I was gonna say like a janitor at some manufacturer. Because like, what are the chances of? I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to like clean up bio and all that stuff.
That's a good point, though, because if we really were just thrown into the Imperium, more than likely we would just be workers. I think that's... What do you think is more? What population is bigger? Imperial Guardmen or workers for a manufacturer?
You gotta have the workers, because you can't have more soldiers, per se, than people manufacturing the equipment, the machinery, the gear, being agricultural, workers and stuff like that, feeding into them. Yeah. So because of that, I think there has to be more workers than Imperial Guardsmen.
That's true.
So when you have billions of Imperial Guardsmen, you'll have like trillions of workers.
Now, you wouldn't want your dream job to be an Astarte?
No.
Why not?
Because to be an Astarte, you already gotta be, well, depending on where you're coming from. Like, if you're an Ultramarine Astarte, you already got to be, like, noble descent.
That's true.
Be somebody already up there. Survived everything, like you said, in previous For the Greater Walls. If you're a nobleman or you're somebody of power, there's people going to try and backstab you, take that power from you. So you're going to have to be cunning enough to survive that, smart enough to plan out every move. On top of that, then you got to get picked by these guys. And if you're picked by the Space Marines, it's a huge dishonor to deny it. Or sometimes you can't even deny it. So you gotta leave everything you've ever built away to go fight for the Emperor.
You get brainwashed.
You can get brainwashed no matter what.
Yeah. That's a tough one, man. Good question, though.
Yeah.
It made us think.
Speaking of making us think, ER asks, if there was a 40K porno, what factions would take part in it?
What two factions would you like to see in a porno?
Oh, just two, Gersh? Oh, you gotta spread out. But yeah, we'll limit it to two. Hands down, Tau and Eldar.
Do they even procreate the same way?
We'll find out. Did somebody order a Tau pizza?
I think I would want that snow thing, or the polar bear.
Oh,
the polar bear from the Tau Empire and a Vespid. I wonder how that would play out. Next question. This one comes from the Sneaky Fish. Why do Eldars have breasts if they aren't mammals?
So the Eldar were created by the old ones, right? And they were based on slugs, if I'm correct.
Yep.
So slugs don't have breasts.
Right.
But Eldar do. Because Rule 34?
What's Rule 34?
If you can think it, there's probably porn of it.
Oh, there you go.
So that's why.
That's why.
And again, you gotta think like GW is creating this. They want to attract, the opposite sex. So throw some D's on them.
Not to mention that, like, well, how can you say that evolutionarily speaking, a slug wouldn't evolve breasts?
Because slugs aren't mammals. They don't feed their children through mammary ducts.
Well, yeah, but like evolutionarily, we know that because slugs are at that point in our existence.
Slugs don't have bones. They don't have hair.
In our existence.
Right. So you're saying these slugs that the old ones created had hair, had bones.
Eventually, yeah.
And they were mammals.
Yeah. They look like mammals. They aren't mammals because they're slugs. And actually, they might also be... Like, the slug thing is just a theory. The other theory is that they come from avian creatures.
Yeah, birds.
But then again, birds don't have boobs either.
They throw up in their baby's mouth.
Yeah.
So good question. You're making us think.
Yeah.
You guys are asking the real questions today.
Next question comes from NovaGuard20 Gaming. Would the Soul Drinkers not be a rogue chapter as well? No, because they still...
they pay their tithes.
Yeah, they answer to the Adeptus Mechanicus for their gene thingy. Or no, they don't, right?
The Inquisition.
Inquisition, right? Yeah, Inquisition. Oh, bad.
Chris Crow. So, how does one enter these giveaways?
You comment, like, and subscribe, and share if you can.
Yeah.
It's real simple.
Yeah, mostly on the video that the giveaway is in. But, yeah.
As of the making of this video, we haven't announced the winners for these giveaways, but I'm looking at them right now, and that Magnus looks badass. Well, who knows when this is gonna come out? So I don't really know if the giveaway is still going on. Subscribe to the channel. Next one.
Harsh Haze. Could humanity as a whole just pack up and leave the 40K universe, kind of like the old ones?
They could, but...
I feel like humanity is too divided to everybody say, yep, let's pack up and go.
Yeah.
Like, there's Tyranids, there's Orcs, there's too much nastiness here. Let's just leave.
And they're too tied to their already established empire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's like saying if everybody here would move to Mars. That, like, every human nowadays, I 100% agree, would not be able to happen.
No.
As a whole. Like, yeah, there'll be some people, but, like, as a whole, no.
No, they'd be like, I got a mortgage, man. I still got to pay that off. Next question comes from, I whistled a little, William Ralston. Since chaos isn't widely known by the common citizen, then what is the previous job of the Inquisition by a common citizen or governor? Then what is the perceived job of the Inquisition by a common citizen or governor?
They're kind of like the Men in Black, right?
Yeah, an authority figure.
Yeah. It's like you don't want to be visited by them.
Right.
And Trickshada. Are there Imperium in any Xenos races? If the Imperium sets colonies and are minor Xenos races there, are they exterminated? Or can they both live on a planet simultaneously? So I think you're asking like 2 or 3 different questions here. So one, there are Imperium, like humans, in other races. For example, the Tau. If you have human-controlled outposts or planets, you'll probably have Xenos there as long as they're not sentient.
Or like an outpost like the Blackstone Fortress showed us.
Right.
There could be humans and Xenos coexisting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, I had it in my head. Oh, humans can live in the territories of like other races. Like a planet can be shared by the Orcs and the Imperium. It's been known that what they end up doing is that there's no way to fully destroy the Orcs, so they just pick out the leaders. As like a leader rises up like a knob, they kill it before it can become a war boss. And that way they kind of like
Bring the population down.
Yeah.
Make the threat of the orcs not as big.
Yeah. Next question comes from Matthew Rose. What's Oghren society like, both before and after assimilation? So Oghren, well, I don't think there's an Oghren planet anymore. Before, because what an Oghren is an abhuman. There's a colony that existed at some point, and during the Age of Strife, they evolved to become the Oghren, and the Oghrens are just like primitive man. Think of Neanderthals. They kind of like orcs too, where like might makes right, but there's also women Oghren, and they live like that. But now I think they're just basically bred to be beasts of burden.
Yeah, we kind of use those like war tools than anything. This one's by Belial Mir. Which is worse, the Wolfen or the Black Rage? I assume you mean like what's worse to get. I'd say the Black Rage.
Me too.
Because first of all, you think you're in 30k fighting with Sanguinius. You can't differentiate friend from foe. You're basically in an aggressive, brutal state of mind until you die. And that is whether the Black Rage kills you, the enemy kills you, or Astaroth chops off your head.
Yep.
With the Wolfen, you turn into a freaking werewolf.
But you still get more freedom than you do with Black Rage. Because like you still live in the now. Right. You don't live in the past. Or you're not hallucinating that you live in the past. Next question comes from Chris Didios. Does the channel have any big plans / goals for 2019? 2000?
1000, eh?
Just to stay alive, I guess.
Isn't that everybody's goal?
Yeah.
Yeah. My goal is to release, I'm not sure I'm going to do it weekly or what, but I want to release the complete lore for my Celestial Sons. So it's going to be like an 11-part thing. Each part's probably going to be like 20 minutes long by the way I'm looking at it. So hopefully that'll be done. Well, it will be done. It's just when.
Yeah, as you guys have been seeing, the quality of our editing has been going up. Eventually, I do want to do a fan-based lore. No. Like a fan film. Not to the... it's not going to be like the Inquisition or the Inquisitor Martyr type of stuff. But something along those lines. Next question comes from State of Mind. How old are you guys?
Does time really matter? I mean, the warp can put us in the past, the future.
The present.
Christmas just passed.
Or did it?
Christmas present. Take a guess. You'll probably be right.
Next question comes from Tom Pearson. Hey Gersh, ever gotten an eyelash in your eye? If so, how does he get it out without touching his face? How does it... What?
How do you get an eyelash out of your face if you don't touch your face?
I touch my eye. So I go like this. Now I gotta rub my eye.
This one's by Mountain Yeti. Where are you from? And also, if you lived in 40k universe, what race or faction would y'all be from?
Sorry, I coughed.
It's okay. So we from the here and now?
You guys are asking personal questions. I like it. I should take my shirt off.
I guess we were born and raised in the illy-nilly. I guess.
Yeah.
And if we were in the 40k universe, we would be... What do you play? Bad Moons?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they from?
Well, bad orcs are from everywhere. Everywhere and anywhere.
But isn't there like one main bad moon clan? No?
No, there's like multiple all over the galaxy. It's just like orcs that have a lot of teeth. So I'm from the dentist's office. Or you know what? There is a theory that Armageddon used to be the Olenor empire of the orcs. So I'm from Armageddon. And I'm an orc. I'm an OG.
An original, or a one Gersh.
Yeah. What about you?
Farsight Enclave Tau. If I was born on any other sept, I'd want to go to the Enclaves.
Irelu?
Because my hero, Farsight.
This is a question for you then. N711 or 111 asks, are female Tau hot?
I haven't been close enough to touch one, but I feel like their body temperature would probably be hot, since they have like blue blood, and like they're being mind controlled.
Your screensaver in the One Mind Syndicate Cribs was a bunch of Earth cast Tau, right?
It was one of each cast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Earth cast. Or no, yeah, the Fire cast, then the Air, then the Water, and then the Earth.
Which do you prefer? Which one gets your blood boiling?
My jimmies rustled?
Yeah.
Probably...
Because what is it? Earth cast is thick. Water cast... No, air cast is tall, like a model-esque, where it's like not that much meat on her bones. And then Fire Warrior is like a muscular...
Right,
like,
a muscular, aggressive.
A woman with abs.
Yeah, they all had abs. Well, didn't they?
Mm.
I don't know.
And then the water would be what?
We'll go with the water one.
Why? Because it's like a mixture
it's
of
a mixture of everything. Oh, they're the diplomats.
Yeah, but what would that be?
A
sophisticated Tau?
Sure. I think that's what it is. I'd have to look at it again.
So you're going with the sophisticated one, the one that wears glasses.
I have glasses, so by default, yes.
When you guys kiss, do your glasses touch?
We see eye to eye.
Next question comes from Axo001. Sound Alchemist and Gershwan, is that how you spell it? No, that's not how you spell it. Is G-U-R-S-H space O-N-E. What are your names? Your real names. Well, I'm Gershwan. I just spelled it for you.
I am the Sound Alchemist. I'm not going to spell it for you. TSA. But my name is Friovash I Shazvre Ular.
Dang it.
It's not.
Mr. Fancy over here.
You're just like, rah, Gersh.
If I had to choose an orc name, it would be Gotskul Magork Thraka.
It's already been chosen, boy.
Nope. Or Wazdaka.
There you go.
Those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get those questions first. Don't forget we have a Patreon, Instagram, a Facebook, and we have a Twitter. And I don't know the login to the Twitter. So don't even try to contact us on Twitter. It just posts like automatically. Yeah.
Sound Alchemist?
Gershwan.
And we are out.
Always used to put my freedom